Today's Modern Warfare 2 video, I got a ridiculously high kill gameplay here, 100 plus kills with the Fennec 45 along with an MGB TAC nuke. This setup is insane. I was frying with it, so I know y'all gonna love today's video. If you haven't enjoyed today's video, make sure you do me a favor, smack a like on it, subscribe as notifications turned on. Of course, shout out to Noti Gang here on screen. If you want to be featured in a future video, make sure you guys comment Noti Gang down in the comment section below. That being said, the class setup is at the end of the video. There we go. Nice little double. It is always a struggle when I be playing Shipment until I get my fast hands. Damn, I was going off right there. I was starting to. Hold on, let's get over here. Let's get the reload in. Oh, a little quad. That fast TTK is going nuts. I'll say, big man, you're in the crate here. This is such an agile setup. No, I just saw that right behind me. Dude, I saw that right behind me as I died. Let's get this going, actually. Oh, this I'm gonna get sandwiched if I don't move. Yep. It is a terrible film when you start getting sandwiched on Shipment. That for real was just a bad move on my part, like poor play. No, I wanted to get that ammo. Wait, oh, there's another one in there? Oh my god. Hey, it's not. That's fine, they took that one out. I got another one. Hold up. Oh, we got a chopper gunner? Yo. Who's going off on my team? I can't believe we got a chopper gunner going. Teammates don't be going this off. I was gonna say, can I call this in? Oh, I can. That's insane. So there's somebody else in there? No? Let's at least call this. Don't you love just getting hit with some gas grenades and not be able to aim? That's a lot of fun. Bro, I hate those suppression mine nades. Those things are so unbelievably annoying. Gotta get this UAV up. Okay, so spawn down there. They're kind of by me. They're still kind of by me. All right, so this down, advanced up. Gotta try to play this smart, a little smart. I say that as I almost don't pay attention to radar. All right, we're pretty deep in their spawn right now, so this could get a little hairy. They're flipping. Yeah, that's a bad push right there. How many teammates run on scavenger, man? Because like I feel like I'm not getting no scavenger packages over here. No. Oh my god. Oh my god, there's the MGB right there. The amount of focus I just went into that was nuts. I know it's kind of close, but I didn't realize it was that close. I don't be paying attention like that thing in the corner of the screen that says like what streak I'm on. Let's see if I have a streak I can go on here, fellas. Okay, well, I guess that's the streak I'm going on. I don't know based on the time if I'll be able to get something else going again, but most likely not, just due to the work, because we're triple capping right now. All right, I take that back. We're not gonna actually get anything else going here, so I'm just gonna call this bad boy in, and we're gonna enjoy our MGB tac nuke because, man, I'm just dying over and over and over again right now. I'm cutting all that out, but sometimes this has how it be. You get a nice streak. Sometimes it doesn't, you know, happen again after that. But look at that nuke, the Fennec 45. Well, that's good right there. All right, well, we drop 101 kills. Damn, like just over that 100 mark. That was pretty good. Pretty good. All right, fellas, hope y'all enjoyed today's gameplay, man. Let's hop into the setup here and break it down for you guys in depth and give you guys all the attachments, the tunes, everything like that. So, of course, we happen to have the Fennec 45 here. We happen to have our secondary as the Deagle, aka the .50 GS. I just call it the Deagle, the Desert Eagle, because that's pretty much what it is. We have the Stim Shot as our tactical, the Semtex as our lethal. Our perk package goes as follows: double time scavenger, fast hands, and quick fix. Of course, this is a really solid, you know, setup if you're trying to go for those high kill gameplays. I run this genuinely like exclusively on all my setups, so this doesn't ever change. And of course, we happen to have the munitions box as our field upgrade. Now let's hop into the Fennec. So this is gonna be our base Fennec here. By the way, this does happen to have a CDL London Royal Ravens camo on it for any of you guys that are going to be wondering. You guys can go into the store and get that, but that's what I was running here on this gun. But hopping into our first attachment, we got to be able to stabilize this gun out here a little bit. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and look for an underbarrel, and that's going to be the F-Tac Tiger Grip. It's actually going to be the very first one here within this category. That's going to give you that aiming stability, hipfire accuracy, and of course recoil stabilization. The Fennec 45 is going to have some of that recoil because it's got pretty much one of the highest fire rates in the SMG category, if not the highest fire rate. So it's going to have that recoil just because of that. So we got to be able to stabilize that out as much as possible. And also because we're not running a barrel, we definitely have to make sure we're stabilizing this thing out. So let's add this thing on there and give you guys a tune. So I'm going to go ahead and whip out the mouse here for the tune. I do play controller on PC. You don't have to tune with a mouse, but it just makes it a little bit easier when I'm giving you guys the examples of how to tune your guns properly and effectively for me to have my mouse out. A lot of people tend to kind of just take the slider and go, all right, that's it, we're gonna just, you know, go all the way there, but that can be very, very detrimental, so we don't want to do that. So we're gonna tune this effectively to maximize the benefits of this gun. So first thing, we're gonna go down here, we're gonna get a little more ADS speed out of this because that's what we really care about. So we can see that pretty much more or less we'll reach our top benefit, or our top, you know, our peak right here, the negative 0.53. That's like where it peaks out right there, and we're not messing with the entire rest of this circle. After that, we just start like really bringing in like the mobility, the recoil, like we start really kind of deteriorating this attachment. We definitely don't want to do that. After that, we're gonna go for a little bit of the aiming idle stability over here. So we're gonna like tune this, and then you can see there's a very large jump right there. I mean, right about there, that's like the maximum point you're gonna get. And after that, I mean, you just start losing some of the stuff in here, which is what we don't really want. So at a plus 0.18 and a negative 0.53, this is going to be a good tuning here for the F-Tac Tiger Grip. Next up is something that's actually very, very simple, and that's going to be a magazine. What we're going to do is we're going to go through on the Fennec Mag 45. So this magazine right here is just, I mean, we have 30 rounds stock, which is definitely not adequate for this gun, in my opinion. I don't ever run this with a stock ammunition on here. A lot of the assault rifles, I can do that, but where I don't feel like I need an extended mag. But for the SMGs, normally speaking, I like to throw one on there, and specifically this gun here. So the 45 round mag gives you that 15 round increase which is incredible. It will slow you down ever so slightly, but don't worry about that. And of course, because it's a mag, there is no tune for it. Next up, to kind of bolster our mobility, since we kind of slowed ourselves down here a little bit, we're gonna go in here and look for a laser. And the laser we're actually gonna be looking in here for is gonna be the VLK Laser 7MW. This is gonna give you that massive increase to your aim down sight speed, your aiming stability, and of course your sprint to fire speed. All really great things here when you're talking about getting a gun that's gonna be super viable and useful in close quarter situations. So for me personally, I love running this attachment, and I highly suggest you guys try this out here. And also because it's a laser, there's not going to be any tuning for this, so this is just a great attachment. You don't got to think about it. You can even swap it out for something mid-game. You don't have to worry about the fact that like, oh, I can't tune it. Well, you can actually just do this right here without having to worry about anything. Next up, we're actually gonna throw an optic on here because, you know, the iron sights, they're pretty decent, but I just felt, I was like, you know, I really want to make my sights just unbelievably clear when I'm actually using this gun. As you can see by the gameplay, we throw on a red dot sight. For those guys that did happen to watch the gameplay and didn't come through straight for the class, hope you guys did enjoy that gameplay. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna go throw on the Cronin Mini Pro. So this is the blue dot, red dot sight. I know I'm gonna get some questions about this, so how you actually unlock it. I know a lot of people don't have this, is that just because maybe they don't use the shotguns. So the Expedite 12 shotgun, you have to get that to level 7 in order to be able to unlock the Cronin Mini Pro. I like to explain that because people always just question like, how do you get that? Because in this game, it's not very straightforward in terms of like how you're able to unlock things. You have to use pretty much everything to get universal attachments. That's kind of how they built the game, to force you to use everything. But otherwise, the Cronin Mini Pro is a great thing to be able to run on here. And now let's get into the tune for it. So tuning a sight here, like a red dot sight, is pretty dang simple. And so I think down here, initially this confused me quite a bit, like the close and far, like what does that actually mean? If you guys actually go, you know, if you slide this all the way over to close, you'll notice that the red dot sight in front of your screen is visibly been brought closer to your face, whereas when you actually select far, that actually pushes it farther away, which can in turn help out your visual recoil, which is something that's very beneficial. So I always recommend, doesn't matter if you're playing multiplayer, you're playing Warzone, always shoot that farther away from you, as that's gonna be so much better to have more like a surrounding view of what's going on, especially if you got that 120 FOV, which everyone can play on now, and it's not like, you know, previous COD titles. So definitely recommend for you guys to do that and maximize your FOV usage, everything, so you can see what's going on around you. But now let's get over here to this. We're gonna go straight down for like the ADS speed side of things, but let's see where it actually does max out. And I do believe it actually, you could probably slide this all the way down here to the very end, because it does creep up and we want to get max ADS speed. So honestly, sliding this one to the very end is okay because it does continue to move. But for a lot of attachments, you probably shouldn't like just max all the way out. And now for our last attachment in here, we're gonna go for a stock, and that's gonna be the Agile Assault 7 stock. This is gonna be a great one here that's not gonna mess with you too much. In terms of your like overall recoil control and aiming stability. It says those are the cons, but what I found is that it really doesn't mess with you too much as long as you have the gun tuned properly. But it does give you a massive increase to your sprint speed, aim walking speed, crouch movement speed, and aim down sight speed. Really great things here to be able to have on an SMG in combination with all the other attachments we got. So I definitely recommend for you guys to actually, you know, run this. Now let's actually get into the tune for it. So the tune, our general goal for this is going to be going for a little bit more ADS speed and maybe a little bit more aim walking speed. We're not probably gonna actually mess with this one too much, just because this is one of those attachments I do believe, if I'm correct, you can get the max benefit very quickly. But let's move down here to the ADS speed, and you can see that this is one of those attachments like that will peak out very early. So negative 2.46, you reach the max and you're increasing that handling, which would be your ADS speed. And after that, I mean, you're just pretty much getting negatives on everything else. And this even goes down a little bit and goes back out. Doesn't really make much sense. It doesn't get really any higher than this. And even if you're off by like 0.01 or whatever, it doesn't really matter that much. You're going to be okay. But let's go down here for the aim walking speed side of things. We're going to see, oh, look at that. Look at that. We actually slid this right here, and then from the entire point on there, it did not move. Like, it literally did not get any better than that. So at a 0.99, that's going to be your max benefit here for aim walking speed, and that negative 2.46 is your max benefit there for the ADS speed. Now this is my full build here. Now let me show you guys, at least in the firing range here, what it actually does, since this is a very fun gun to be able to use. You can see that we have that sight pushed far away from us, but look at that. I mean, it's like pretty much a laser beam. It's going to kick a little bit at that medium-ish range, but I mean, you're not running around with a Fennec 45 for that medium range. I mean, you're pretty much using it close to just outside of close range. Anyways, that is going to be that. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, make sure you guys give it a like, subscribe, notifications turned on, and I'll see you all later. Just so much recap, don't be Randy, and I'm out. Peace.